Om Namo Siddha. Om Namo Ayariyanam. Om Namo Vajjayanam. Namo Loye Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamokaro Savapavapanasaro Mangalancha Sabvesim Paramam Bhavai Mangalam Paramam Bhavai Mangalam. Om Shrimad Kirvana Chakra Sfutamukutati Divyamanekyamala Jyotirjwala Karala Suritamukurika Grishtapadarvinde Vyaghorolka Sahasra Vyaladhanalashikha Lolapashankushadhe Om Krim Rim Mantra Rupe Shapita Kalimale Rakshamam Devi Padme Rakshamam Devi Padme Rakshamam Devi Padme. I welcome you all to this Q&A session. I request all of you to switch on your video so we can communicate a little more better way. And it's a great opportunity for all of us together to talk on the teachings of Tirthankar Mahavir. So please feel free to ask any question. This is your time, and we try our best to answer all your questions. So please go ahead, Kevli.
Thank you, Sadhviji, for that wonderful prayers. And yes, I think firstly, just all of us in the UK are seeing the situation in India. So I'm sure we all want to know, like, how are the Sadhvijis doing? Is everyone okay? And where you are based in Kutch, like, what is the situation there?
Yeah, Kevli's situation is a bit challenging at the moment in India. And Acharya is in Rajki, and about 7-8 Sadhvijis are in Rajki, Bihar at the moment. 3 of us are in Kutch, and 2 Sadhvijis are in Palitana. All Sadhvijis are safe and doing wonderful work, Swadhyaya Seva, on a continuous basis. And a lot of counseling is going on, a lot of prayers for people who are suffering with COVID. So we are trying our level best to support people as much as we can. And recently, like from last Monday, we started a project in Ahmedabad, a food delivering a packed food, like nutritious, freshly made food to people who are suffering with COVID. As you know, when somebody suffers with COVID, they become very weak and they don't have energy to cook food. So we are delivering pure vegetarian Jain food to the people, to their homes. So our team of volunteers, they deliver twice a day beautiful food to the hundreds of family in Ahmedabad. In Bihar and Kutch, we are delivering ration kits to the people who lost their jobs, who don't have any kind of support at the moment. So this could be Jain families, this could be other families, but we are supporting 11 kilo of food grains to the people by distributing ration kits. And also we are creating awareness in amongst the villages, because now unfortunately Corona has reached to the villages of Kutch and Bihar. So in Kutch we have taken a kind of a program where we teach people how to, what the necessity of wearing masks, because you all are in a very educated country, but here in villages, many people still don't believe the impact. They don't believe in corona. Some people still think this is just a medical uh, doctor's kind of stunt. But when they see people dying in their villages, they get scared. So we just go there and teach people the importance of wearing masks, washing hands, and sanitizing. But then many of these people don't have masks. They use mufflers and scarves to cover their mouths, which is not very good thing to do, because mufflers keep on falling, scarves keep on falling, and then they put their hands on their mouths. So we are distributing masks in a big quantity amongst the villages so that people remain safe. And then we distribute sanitizers also. And then not only distribution, Kevli, we go and teach people how to wear this mask and what's the importance of wearing mask and what's the usage of sanitizing their hands. We're also distributing soaps, washing soaps, hand washing soaps in big quantity, because when people are poor and they don't have means to eat food, so how are they going to buy soaps and how are they going to buy sanitizers? Indian television keep on saying that wash your hands, sanitize your hands, but when people are facing challenges in eating food, so I don't think so they will ever going to buy masks and sanitizers. So whatever we can in different small villages, and people are very receptive to these talks. And then to the head of the villages, because there are many villages here. So to each head of the village, we give oximeters, emergency medicines, and thermometer. So as soon as somebody gets sick, so they can measure the thermometer, they can measure the oxygen. So they, in panic, they don't rush to the hospitals, because hospitals have no place at the moment. So this is what we are doing carefully at the moment. And then people sometimes they suffer with corona, so our prayers and then counseling and then getting better, a kind of good words, also making a lot of also helping people a lot and coming out of this difficult situation. So India is getting a little bit better. And also we have created a concentrated bank actually, because oxygen concentrated bank, because hospitals provide ventilators and they provide like a hard flow, like very big flow of oxygen for the very severe ill patients. But people who are home quarantine, so if their oxygen level is between 89 or 88 to 92, they can do better with the oxygen concentrators also. So we decided to create a bank. So we have about say 20 concentrators with us, or 25 concentrators. So there is a dedicated staff for this. So whoever suffers with or whoever needs for this concentrator, they deposit a very small token amount and they take concentrators with them. So they use it their families and then they sanitize it after that. Once they are COVID free, they sanitize it properly and then bring back to the institution, and then we can give it to the other people. So that's how we are trying to save people's life. And we are not they're not in this situation, then because of this little help, they don't really get panic very quickly. Otherwise in villages what happens, for a small, like if they have like small backache or small kind of sardi or udras or whatever, they just rush to the hospital. So we're trying to reduce that so that they can get better at home. And when the situation becomes bad, then we advise them to go to the hospital. So there are many new hospitals came up in last 3 weeks, and we are hoping now Gujarat is doing little better. Previously, like about 4 or 5 days ago, there used to be 15,000 cases per day, which was a lot. It was official figure, but I feel that's unofficial figure, maybe double than this. But now it is reducing. Now fresh cases say about 9,000, and people who are getting cured is about 15,000. So if this trend continues for about 50 for a week or 10 days, the number of active cases will automatically reduce. So let's hope for the best, Katie. Bihar is also bad because the health infrastructure is very weak there. But our institution is at the very corner, Rajki, which is a bit safer than other crowded cities in Bihar.
Amazing. Thank you, Sadhviji, for sharing that. And it's so nice to hear that education is the only way of helping the villages, and
Yes,
your
yes,
support, of
yes,
course.
yes,
Um,
yes.
Now we have a few questions about your life as a sadhvi, so I can put them together. So firstly, what made you want to become a sadhviji, and as well as like what's the hardest part about being a sadhviji?
Well, first of all, there's nothing hard in this life actually, because I love this life, and I don't think so. Uh, as such, I feel that something is very hard. Nothing is hard, Kevli. How did I or why did I become sadhvi? It's a great story. It's a big story, I mean to say. I don't know how much time I need to spend on this, but I will try to reduce in some words. Kevli, I don't know, when I was 13, 14 years old, I had this thought that what's the objective of life? Why do we need to live this life? Just earning some money, getting married, having one or two children. That shouldn't be the objective of life. It has to be bigger than this. It has to be deeper than this. I don't know why I had this question in my mind, but it was a very, very deep question in mind. And I kept on thinking about this. I was only 14 years old, but I used to see things around me. I always had this question: what happens if I live for 60 more years and I die at the age of 70, 80, or if I die right now, what difference does it make? So why am I here, and what we are doing in this world? So I had these questions, so I was in search for the answer of these questions. So I did my first degree, then I did my second degree, then I enrolled myself in MPhil degree from University of Delhi. But this study I was doing, but inside me, there was a continuous search for this question. So when I was doing my second degree, like master's degree, there was an exhibition in my college, Shri College of Commerce, SRCC. There was an exhibition by Vivekanand Kendra. They have their head office in Kanyakumari and branches all over the country. And they had this exhibition where they wrote "Serve Man, Serve God." And I thought, probably this is my life objective: serve man, serve God. And I was really touched by this, and I thought maybe I wanted to live my life this way. So serve man, serve God. So I started going to Vivekanand mission, doing a lot of good work with them. And gradually I decided that probably this is my path, and I don't want to get married. And I said to my parents, I talked to my parents about my wish. But my parents are, especially my father, wasn't against of it, was very much against of this. He never wanted to let me do what I really wanted to do, because he thought I should have a normal life and I should go for a proper job and I should get married and normal things. But then I tried to convince him that I really, really want to do this, but he wasn't kind of agreeing to me. So one day I decided, Kevli, to leave my house, leave my home, and I went to Arunachal with this mission Vivekanand Kendra, and I wrote to my father that I really want to do this, and I'm not able to convince you, and I'm leaving and to join my path, or to lead my life with this objective: servants of God. So it was very kind of, he was very hurt by this. And then he phoned me over there in Vivekanand Kendra in Arunachal and requested me to come back. So I stayed there for about 10 days and then I came back, because my father was really, really upset about this. And then he talked to me finally, and my grandparents talked to me, and then I said that I really want to do this. So then they took me to Veerayatan in Rajgir, Bihar, because Gurudev Padhe Amarmuniji was our family guru, and my Nanaji, like, he was a great devotee of him. So he said to me that before you take any final decision, you better talk to Gurudev. And Gurudev was a very, very giant personality. So he took me, all family members took me to Veerayatan. And as soon as I met Gurudev, I felt that this is it. This is what I was looking, and this is how I would like to devote my life. And then I stayed in Veerayatan, and then Gurudev said to me that before you take any decision, you study for 3-4 years. Then I decided to study spiritual studies like Jain studies, Buddhist studies, Vedic studies for about 4 years. And I found, I heard my inner voice. This is what I want to do. I want to renounce and dedicate my life to the service of humanity, to the service of knowledge also. Because Kevli, I strongly feel that we are not just a body, we are not just our senses, we are much more than that. And we are here with a purpose, and the purpose is to experience your beauty which is within you. And renunciation is a very, very powerful way to go inside, to understand who you are, experience who you are. You can do these things as a household, as a normal person in worldly life, but in my opinion, it is very challenging because you are kind of distracted in many directions. So once you renounce, I feel that you are very focused. Your energies are focused. You only you focus on on your objective, and there is no distraction. So I feel that if you really want to search, if you really want to know who you are, if you want to experience your beauty, if you want to experience your compassion, which is within you, you need to dig it out, you need to unfold it, you need to experience it. And renunciation is a very, very powerful way for doing this, for achieving this. And also, your passion to do good work. This COVID also, I say that when we started this work in Ahmedabad with the great blessings of Pujya Maharaj, my guru, our inspiration. So, you feel so kind of good that you're able to help somebody who is absolutely in need. Yesterday night, I got a message from the Sarpanch of one village in Rudrani, and he said to me that words cannot express the value of the help which is being sent to us. So, you are just a medium, Kevli. You are just a nimit in doing all this great work of God. So I'm very, very happy with my life, Kevli. I constantly feel I'm just a pencil in God's hand, and I am his instrument. Whatever melody he wants to sing through me, I'm available. And I try to reduce, I want to reduce my ego absolutely zero. So I'm empty, I'm like a flute. So divine melody can be sung through us. So this is my life, Kevli. And I
Beautiful.
don't, yeah, and I think there was nothing hard, Kevli, no hard. I think the day I renounced, in our culture, in our Jain tradition, they really, really decorate you with all ornaments and beautiful jewelry and clothes and makeup and whatnot. And I had very long hair till my knees. And when they were cutting my hair, everybody was crying, but I wasn't crying. But I used to say to people, this hair, they're going to fall down anyway after once you reach 40, 50. So why do you have attachment with this hair? So it is that nothing hard for me, because I really wanted to. I think it's I think we are chosen, Kibli, so it wasn't hard at all. And also my affection with Sai Maharaj, my guru, it was so profound. I think I was very happy that I'm going to live with him now, with her now. And also one more thing was very fascinating for me. When I was going for Diksha, I had like two cupboards which was full of like worldly clothes, like colored clothes. So the whole ceremony takes about 5 to 6 hours. So after 5, 6 hours, I was coming back to my room. And when I opened my cupboard, there was no like colored clothes. Somebody changed all my clothes, and all white clothes were there. All the scriptures were there. And I was so happy that I don't need to go to shopping anymore to buy my clothes or to buy things. So I was very, very happy. So and after my Diksha, like On the 23rd October, I took Diksha. 24th, about 300 people from Delhi, from my family, came to attend the ceremony. And then 25th onwards, I took vow of silence for about a year. So I said to Taima that I really want to do this. And she really supported me. And I went to a small hut, and every morning and after lunch and dinner, they used to send me a tiffin with our food. And I was absolutely in silence, doing my studies, meditation, going to Gurudev for my studies. I think this was fantastic, Kevli. I did not remember a small second in my life when I regretted that why did I do this. I'm absolutely happy with my life, Kevli. And I think this is the best life one can have. Best life. Best life, I think.
I think, yeah, the joy you talk about, like, it's just unbounded. We can't even compare. I think hearing about how you just really want it from inside, then of course there's nothing difficult about it because it is your true wish to do this. So
Yes,
lovely
yes,
to
yes,
hear about that, Sadhviji.
yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
but related to Taima, one question is, what is the greatest lesson that you have learned from Acharya Shri?
Acharya Shiji, she's just amazing, Kevli. I think I think the greatest lesson, there's so many lessons I've learned from her actually. I think, she keeps on telling everyone that um, even if you're hurt, don't say. Um, what she's trying to say that your sweetness, your love and compassion shouldn't go. Even if you're hurt here, just keep it with yourself, but don't try to tell people that you are hurt. Because over a period of time, you will be able to resolve your hurt anyway. But if you share it out or if you say to someone, they will also be hurt. So try to handle within yourself one thing. Second, she keeps on saying that never do anything in excitement. Never do anything in excitement. So she feels that uh, people do things in excitement and then they go wrong. People have divorces. People have bad relationship when we do things in excitement. And this is what she strongly believes. And third thing, which is very important, that she says that respect everyone, even a person who works for you, like a person who cuts the grass or washes utensils. So she strongly feels that respect everyone, no matter who the person is, what the work he's doing or she's doing, doesn't matter. And Taima has a great capability of Gujarati Makau, like she is a very a gambhir vyakti છે. Like she has a lot of depth actually. So she would watch things, she would understand things, but she wouldn't say things very quickly. She would observe everything. That's why her each word has become very, very important because she doesn't use her words sparingly. So there's lots of things we can learn from her, Kevin. I was talking to Rita this afternoon that it's worth writing her biography because she is a path maker. She has chosen her path on her own. She's very, very courageous, and she's able to inspire a lot of people in her life. And I don't want to call her Mother Teresa of Jain religion because she is individual in her own. So we don't need to compare her with anybody. Mother Teresa is also great. I keep on reading biography of Mother Teresa. And I feel that Mother Teresa became Mother Teresa famous because some people wrote about her, some people presented her work to BBC or to the Nobel Prize team and everybody. And when you become famous, then your work becomes famous, and then everything becomes famous. And therefore, she's great. Mother Teresa is great. But Taima, I don't want to compare, but she's just extraordinary. She's just wonderful. And I'm her with 35 years, Kevli. And this morning she called me at about 7:30. I was in the washroom but I just wanted to come out very quickly because I didn't want her to wait for me. So, she's very special, very, very special, Kevli, very special, very special. And I think when you have this pull, when you have this kind of affection with somebody like, so it's not difficult for you to leave anything. When the day I renounced Kevli, I wasn't feeling that I was leaving something. I was feeling that I'm gaining a lot of things, I'm gaining a lot of things. And when I was in meditation, I was in silence for about whole year. Every evening time I used to come and to see me, how I was doing and how is my progress and how am I studying. So I used to cherish those moments so beautifully, Kevli. So our life is very, very, very beautiful. And I wish people like you come and join me, that you will understand how wonderful our life is. Right, Kevli?
Definitely. And even for everyone who's listening, there's a movie, Walk With Me, which we were shown in like Jain school when I was growing up, about Acharya
Yes.
Shree's life. I think I will share it on our Facebook page if there's a link to it. I think everyone should watch that.
And also, I think you should share Taima's movie Never Before also.
Oh, yes.
We
Oh, sorry. I meant to know before that, so I got the words mixed up. But yes, that movie.
it took me whole 1 year to make this movie, Kevli. But I
Wow.
enjoyed it took me whole 1 year, right from writing the script and doing the music, because music, I feel that music has to be fantastic, and then only it can convey the message it should convey. And it took me about 1.5 months just to do the music, but every bit I enjoyed, Kevli, every bit I enjoyed. And I'm very happy that we were able to make this movie to let people know about Taima's life. So you please share that
Yes,
link with
definitely.
everyone. So everybody, and there is English caption to this movie. So
Yeah,
I think people will be able to understand as well.
definitely will share it. Um,
Yes.
okay, going back to the questions, there is a question. Do you consider a change to a plant-based diet as a necessity to deal with the threat of the climate and other crises such as food and water security? And if so, should Jains be the people leading the way to adopting this lifestyle?
Like plant-based food, you mean?
Plant-based, so yeah, no dairy, and of course we don't have meat and everything, but including dairy consumption as well.
Well, the way milk dairy product is big thing in the Western world. I live in village here, Kevli, and my our milkman has lot of cows, and they really look after their cows like family members. And I said this many times before also. For example, we have a lot of people who work with us like ground staff, and at 6 o'clock they leave. And if sometimes we have more work and we request them like, please don't go, we something needs to be finished till 7. So they say, no, we can't stay longer because we have our cows. This is time for our cows to, we have to feed them, and we just cannot stay longer. I say to them, like, even if we pay you more. So they say, no, it doesn't matter because our cows will go hungry. So they really, really look after their cows, and they are like their family members, right? And they feed their cows so well, they look after their cows so well. So first they give milk to their baby cows, and whatever remains, they sell that milk at a very reasonable price. They don't inject for extra hormones or whatever the way. They don't make them artificially pregnant. All of these things don't happen in villages here. But in the cities, the big cities in Mumbai or maybe London, America, the way we handle cows and buffaloes, it's very painful. So on the basis on because of the violence on the cows or on the animals, probably we can go for plant diet, no problem at all. And because uh, because plant-based diet is recommended in our Jain religion, we have this issue of root vegetables. We keep on struggling whether we should eat root vegetables or not. And there is some research coming along about that this underground vegetables are not good for you. because they are not getting sun rays, so may not be very healthy for you. But I think green vegetables or other vegetables are very, very good. So if you can avoid dairy. And also one more thing, Kevli, here in London you can have almond milk, you have soy milk, you have so many choices, rich choices. But in villages like India, in villages in country like India, the most easy thing to get is tea. Most easy and most cheapest kind of thing people can drink is tea. Every lots and lots, I would say every family in Kutch, every household in Kutch, their morning breakfast is thandi rotli and a tea. They make rotli previous day, and then they eat those rotli with tea in the morning, because everybody has cow, everybody has buffalo at home, so they milk them and make tea for them, make tea for everyone. So milk and thandi rotli, chai and thandi rotli, chai and thandi rotli is the most common breakfast for everybody here. They don't have soy milk. Fruit is a luxury here. So you in London we say we should eat 5 fruits every day, but fruit is a big luxury. Yesterday we distributed some grains and rice and some like normal thing, and they said, "Wow, we can eat for next 15 days." So things which are common for you, which are easily available for you, it's a big thing here. Even I see in villages of Bihar. So fruits, oh, are you getting fruits? Are you sick? Why? That's why you're eating fruit. So fruits is not common thing here. Fruit is not a common thing. And soy milk people cannot imagine. Almond milk people cannot imagine. And all those kinds of salads people cannot imagine. People can have rotli and tea in the morning, breakfast. Then in the afternoon, people have bajra rotla, and then some onion, and then some shak, maybe some shak. Shak is also not available, vegetable. And the evening, khichdi and milk. That's the main favorite food in the evening. So they have freshly milk and some khichdi. So, in England, we can have all nice, fancy things, but in India, in small villages, we cannot think of these things. And that's why we cannot have universal diet. And if we Jains announce that we cannot eat this, even if you go to Bihar, I think the staple food is potato. Mostly, most widely grown vegetable is potato in England, in sorry, Bihar. So people have potato na chokha, and they have chokha and sattu, and they are happy. So if we say that you can't eat these things, that means we are eliminating large population to follow Jainism. So whatever is comfortable as far as we eat vegetarian food, carefully, purely nice, and absolutely vegetarian food, that's fine with us actually. Fine with us.
Thank you, Sadhviji. Now, I think we're getting a few messages from people who are on the call, so I will start going through those questions. So firstly, from Josna and Vijay Patel, we get disturbed in our life if things do not go according to our wish or plans. How do you feel if this happens in your life?
What happens if things happen in my life? Many of things don't happen the way I probably wished or I planned in my life. But that's the whole thing of spiritual training. And then you just need to tell yourself, कि Bhagwan, mane, I cannot see my best, but maybe God can see. So here, if God is deciding this for me, I accept it merrily, actually. So definitely, things always don't go the way we plan, because we plan, we're educated people, so we plan things. But it may happen according to our wish, but sometimes, things do not happen the way we plan, but certain other miraculous things happen which we never planned, right? Some support suddenly comes in our life. We never planned, we never imagined, we never thought, but things just come to us. So if things do not happen the way we wish things to happen, but the other things also happen which we never planned. So when we accept blessings very merrily, So we should accept things which do not really happen according to a wish. But we human beings are very kind of cheaters. So when things happen, somebody comes and out of the blue, somebody brings a big donation for cause of humanity, we feel happy about it. And sometimes we present projects to people, we talk to people, and that doesn't materialize. So it's okay. It's okay. So in our lives also, Kevli, when somebody loves us, we really happy about this. But when somebody hates us, we just cannot accept it. So we just keep thinking about this. Why is that somebody is hating me? Somebody is hating me. It's okay. Somebody is loving you also unconditionally. So somebody can hate you also. But then even if somebody doesn't love you, just keep spending, keep spreading, keep sending your love to that person. I'm very sure one day or the other, one day that person will experience your vibrations, your sending love and everything. So, you have so much power. You be positive, you remain positive, you keep sending. Every day you need to say, "Mettimbue sukappai vairam macham nakinai." I don't have enemy, I don't have kind of animosity with anybody. I have I have love for everyone. So one day or the other, this your emotions, your sending of love will come true. I have experienced it, I've experimented it. So it's okay. Certain things do not happen the way we want them to happen. So we should accept it. And if we are able to see if it's your fault, then we should work hard to correct it, right?
Great, wonderful advice. Thank you. And now another question from, I think, Parthi. Matin Mandami Sadhviji, there is so much suffering in the world and you do so much to help people, but due to limited resources of time and money, you cannot help everyone. How do you reconcile with this fact? Does it upset you?
No, there is a lot of suffering, I know. There is at the moment, even if I see, well, for example, I said this in the morning that we want to do a hospital in Ahmedabad to help people. We worked very hard for a whole week, maybe some 5 days, to set up that hospital. But I really talked to many doctors. I kept calling them, and they were very busy. And then I realized that setting up a hospital is not an easy thing because of safety regulation, because of getting permission, and also getting proper nursing staff. So I said to myself that taking this responsibility and not doing proper uh, proper justice to this project. So so I thought that we should do this food project to help people, because help is help, whichever way you can help. We decided to have this oxygen concentrated bank, in which way we're helping people. So definitely there is a lot of suffering. Always we struggle with resources, always we struggle with proper manpower. But then you say that whatever, it doesn't upset me, but I keep praying to God that give me the strength, give us the resources so that we can reach many people. There's no reason to being upset, but definitely our prayers are there, because if we have more wonderful people like us, like you with us, we can do more work. But everybody is not ready to do this work. People have their own commitments, people have their own likings and dislikings. So we can try to inspire people as much as we can. But then whatever resources we get, we try to maximize, and we try to reach as much as we can. But people are very generous, Bharati, people are very generous. Somebody is sitting in America, they don't know where where Kutch is, they don't know where Bihar is, and they send their money to support people. Even in for this food project, people, we don't know where people are, but they are sending us donations to help people, to help people in this feeding program. And people are getting benefit, people are really having sata, people are really feeling happy about it. So there are good people in the world. And I always say that it's not easy to give money. It's very, people work very hard from day to night. They work very hard, and giving out that money for somebody's benefit. I think this world is full of good people, full of good people. That's very unfortunate that media always talks about negativity. I think media always talks about negativity. I asked a group of media, I said, why do you always publicize negative news? So they said, we are trained for this. So they said to me that, for example, everyone knows that Veerayatan is doing good work in Kutch and Bihar and everywhere. So everyone knows that you have dedicated your life for this. So this is not a news because everybody knows about it. But if something goes wrong here, and if you do not do something right, then we will publicize it because that's a news. So everybody knows that you're a good person, but if you do something wrong, that becomes a very big news for us. So this is how media functions. So lots of people doing lot of work, but if you watch television, this person did not get oxygen and they died there, and this is what happened. But they never tell you the positive stories, that how much doctors are working, how much paramedical staff is working, so many NGOs are doing so much good work. Even I see, Kutch is a small village, but in small village, in a village like Mandvi, you get boxes of vaccines, and they teach you how to use this vaccine until evening, till night you have to finish this vaccine. I get wondered, like vaccines are manufactured in Pune and then it gets delivered to the entire country and small villages. No one appreciates that. We don't want to appreciate anybody. We just want to criticize people that government is doing this and government is doing. I recently gave an interview for a news channel in Kutch. I said, why are we blaming government? We are government. We are part of the government. We need to look after ourselves. We need to wear masks. We need to keep the safe distance. We need to reorganize ourselves because we are in pandemic, we are in war, but we just want to throw responsibility on everybody. So we have to take this responsibility. So I think this world is full of good people. Only handful people are negative. Handful people are doing wrong things. And because of the publicity of those things, we think that this world is bad. World is not bad. People are good actually. Majority of people are good. They want to lead their lives beautifully, peacefully with their family. They want to raise their kids up. They want to give them good sanskars. So people are good. People are good. And when people, even in this food program, I just recently got a mail from a lady, old lady. She said, I have some money in India. I always wanted to use it for some good cause. Today I realize that you are doing this good work. So I want to contribute. Who the lady is, we don't know. And she doesn't know where her money will go, who will who will get this food. She doesn't know. But this is, chain reaction of goodness in the world. And I think we should talk about it. We should talk about good things. We should talk about positive things. Even when we friends meet on dinner or meet on coffee or whatever, you know what happened? We talk about negative things. Our make is negative. I always say in my talks that somebody does 99 good things for you and does one bad thing. We keep on remembering one bad thing. We keep on talking about one bad thing, and we can easily forget those 99 good things. I think the biggest religious sadhana, biggest religious practice is to tell yourself, to give you, to train yourself, to give you, to enhance your capacity of to see goodness of people, to see goodness of people. Just one small thing, if somebody is not able to perform, you shout, you scream, and you kind of say, well, this is how this person is. I think we should give a space. We should give a kind of a understanding that people are doing their best. This is how, and I think most people in the world are good, right? Only handful are negative, and we should not talk about this negativity. We should talk about positivity. So it doesn't, suffering is there, I agree, but we talk about, we blow this suffering out of the proportion, and then we think that everything is bad, everything is bad. You know, they give this data. In recovery rate in India is 87% at the moment. So they don't say that 87% are recovered. They say 13, and the death rate is only 1 point something, 1.02 or something like that. But the country is so huge. So out of 130, like 130 billion people. So out of that, so we unfortunately we have so many deaths there. But so many, this is pandemic, so many people are cured also. We are sad for every single death, because for somebody is died, somebody's family, somebody is gone. For them, the whole world is gone. For us, it's just a number. For them, everybody is gone. But we sympathize with that. We feel bad about that. We feel really worried about that. We are really worried about that. But at the same time, people who are working hard, people who are there day and night, I think we should appreciate them also. So this is how I think suffering is there, but I think we should look at the positive side and try to send our positive emotions to make this world beautiful.
Amazing. Such a positive message, Sadhviji. And I think, like you said, like a shift in perspective, you can see the goodness as opposed to seeing the negativity.
Yes.
So I think we have time for maybe one more question before we conclude. So that's from Dia. She says, Matin Vandami Sadhviji,
Yes.
in the current pandemic, lots of people are suffering with mental health issues. What is your advice on how those people can be helped?
Yes, I'm going to deliver my talk in the upcoming Jaina convention. My topic this time is health. So they wanted me to speak like on, I had a choice whether I can speak on ahimsa, compassion, anikant, or health. I decided to speak on health. So my topic is this physical health, mental health, emotional health, and spiritual health. And I'm trying to say in my talk that everything is interconnected. Like if you're mentally or emotionally healthy, then you're healthy. If you're physically healthy, then your mental, emotional health is also going to be very positive. And spiritual health, of course, helps you in every direction. So at the moment, yes, people are suffering with this mental trauma because of this pandemic. But that's what I'm saying, that we need to see the positive side of it. We need to see, well, this is a war situation. Enemy is unknown. We don't know where the enemy is, because anybody and everybody can hit from this enemy. So there is no, our negativity will not help us. Our panic situation will not help us. Our constantly reading negative news will not help us. Constantly worrying about this will not help us. Only positive take measures. We know the positive. We know the precautions. We know how to handle the situation. So, just talking to yourself positively, doing a bit of meditation, have faith in God, and have faith in God, and also positive news, understanding that 80, 90, 92% people are getting cured. Only even 99% people, only 1% is death rate. So we need to concentrate on 99%. And if we concentrate on that, then probably our mental worry, our mental trauma will be reduced. I think too much bombardment, continuously seeing what's happening is kind of affecting our mental health. I tell you that we are very, very sensitive people. People who suffer with blood pressure, if they take a pinch of salt, the blood pressure really shoots up. People who suffer with diabetes, they take over sugar, they really suffer. So if they really suffer. So in the same way, our mind is, we are very sensitive people. We think that with this negative, I'm just watching television and watching this negative news, but it does impact on your subconscious mind. I couple of I read this a couple of years ago, but it really convinced me that how this news thing can impact you. There was a village in Canada, and there was no violence in that village. But villagers thought that we are very outdated people. We don't have television. We don't have modern things with us. So they thought that we should have television. So they brought television into the village, And after introducing of television, they had 160% increase in the violence in the village because they continuously watch. We think that it doesn't impact us, it does impact us. It does impact us because our subconscious mind, our conscious mind is 1%, if say 10%, and our subconscious mind is 90%. So, meditation, prayers, healing, listening of good bhajans, so like whatever suits you, it does impact you. It does soothe your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is peaceful. If your subconscious mind has a lot of positivity, then their conscious mind gradually will become positive. So we think it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter. Continuously watching violence, continuously thinking about negative news, continuously reading, watching negative things, it does impact us, and ultimately it worries us. So everything is in your hand, my friends. The way you want to handle your life, the way you want to kind of, I always say that whatever you feed, it comes out. Whatever you give, it comes out. So you have to be very, very sure what is going on. What are you giving? What is the food you're giving to your subconscious mind? If you're giving nice food, if you're giving healthy food, so you're very conscious about your health. You know your healthy diet, you need to eat beans, you need to eat fresh vegetables, you need to eat fresh foods. That's all fine, good, great, one good, wonderful thing. But your physical, your body is very important, but your mind is also very, very important. So you know how to feed good food to your body, but we do not know how to feed good things to your subconscious mind. So we underestimate the value of our mind. We underestimate the role of mind in our lives. So mind is a very, very powerful tool to make you healthy, to make you happy. So there was a woman who was suffering with stage 4 cancer, and her body was aged rapidly, and she was very sick in continuous pain. So one night she was standing in front of a mirror, and she saw herself, and she felt so much compassion for her own body. And she said to herself, why didn't I look after you? Uh, why didn't I pay attention to you? She was talking to her own body. I did not treat you well. I did not respect you well. And that's why I'm suffering what I'm suffering at the moment. And then she talked to herself that I never paid any attention to my mental health as well. And that's how I'm getting sick more every day. And when she talked this out, she felt tremendous sense of peace. And then she made a promise to herself that now onwards, I will be friend to my body, I will friend to my emotions, I friend to my own mind. And she said and she wrote that night she slept so well, so well. So we become our own enemies. So your body is your friend, your mind is your friend, your subconscious mind is also your friend. We just need to talk to them, we just need to train them, and you just need to do right things to make that healthier. So make sure that you don't feed negative news all the time, which makes you more panic.
Thank you, Sadhviji. And just, I think Ritanti just had a follow-up question to that. What about the fear of the unknown? How does one deal with this?
If it is unknown, it is unknown. Even if you're fearful, then you're not going to get out anything out of that. So I think you just leave everything on God, Kevli. Everything is happened so beautifully till now. Everything will also happen beautifully in your life, right? And then you have courage and strength to face whatever. No one dies, Kevli. So whatever situation comes, I saw people in earthquake. I saw, people get strength to face any situation in life. So I think instead of worrying all the time, just have faith in God. Whatever will come, we will face. We will face the challenge, and we will be able to handle it when it comes on us. So I think we shouldn't worry about future. Future is going to be very beautiful. Today, present is beautiful. Future is also going to be very, very beautiful. So future is always remain to be it's always remain to be unknown. And you know, if the future is known to you, then there will not be any charm in your life. Charm is about like every day new things unfold for us, and that brings really charm, that brings really joy, that really brings happiness to us. I think just have faith in God, everything will be good in your life.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sadhviji. Thank you so much. I was thinking maybe we can end with the Manglik and just your blessings for all of
Yes,
us.
yes, yes. So my very, very special blessings for all of you. You all are wonderful. So, so many of you are studying in Cambridge University. Wherever you are studying. So I'm very happy that all of you were able to join in this session and raise beautiful question. But I'm very happy to know, Kevli, that you were able to form this kind of group who are interested in learning. And I was very excited to see that all of you have come forward to learn the teachings of Mahavir. My special appreciation for all of you. My good wishes for all of you, because I have a lot of hopes from you young people, because you're very intelligent people. And I'm sure that you will unfold the path of Jainism in a more beautiful way, in a more profound way. And in your journey, whichever way I can be any help to you, I would love to help you all. But think it over carefully. More you think, more it becomes, the knowledge becomes yours, right? More you think, more it becomes of yours. So especially for all of you, my blessings, my good wishes, and let's pray, all of us pray together so this pandemic gets over as quickly as possible, and on the entire humanity, entire world should see a beautiful sunshine in the years to come. Thank you very much, Kate. Right? Namo Dhantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Airiyanam, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Loe Savasahunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Sabba Pavapanasano, Mangalanancha Sabbesim, Padmam Havai Mangalam, Chattari Mangalam, Arhanta Mangalam, Siddha Mangalam, Sahu Mangalam, Kevli Pannatu Dhammo Mangalam, Chattari Lukuttama, Hanta Lukuttama, Siddha Lukuttama, Sahu Lukuttama, Kevli Pannatu Dhammo Lukuttamo, Chattari Saranam Pavajami, Arhante Saranam Pavajami, Siddhe Saranam Pavajami, Sahu Saranam Pavajami, Kevli Pannatam Dhammam Saranam Pavajami, Upsarga Kshayam Yanti Chidyante Vignavallaya, Manaprasanadameti Pujamane Jineshware, Sarva Mangala Mangalyam, Sarva Kalyana Karanam, Pradhanam Sarva Dharmanam, Jainam Jaitu Shasanam, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. બધા માટે ખૂબ આશીર્વાદ, મંગલ કામના અને ખૂબ પ્રેમ છે બધા માટે. દિયા છે અને રીટા છે, અવની છે. સો આપણે બધાનું ચહેરું નથી દેખાતું મને, પણ જે પણ છે બધા માટે આશીર્વાદ છે બસ. ઠીક છે કેવી?
Thank you, Sadhviji.
Why everybody has not opened the videos?
Yeah, if anyone can show their videos, it'll be really nice. So Sadhviji can see everyone's faces, whoever can. Yeah, we have lots of people.
Yeah, Janu no prashni che. Sir Nishchal, how are you? Hemant.
Oh, I had a question. I wanted to ask you, should we not plan for the future? Plan what we're going to do in the future? Because if we don't plan,
Yes.
we cannot know what we're going to do in the future.
Yeah, yes, we should have more of such sessions. So ask Kevli to organize such sessions. Sir, no problem at all. No problem at all. Right. So,
Yeah, sorry.
Kevli, I think
Yeah, if anyone whose question wasn't answered, we'll definitely organize more sessions with Sadhviji. I think this was one of the most useful sessions for us to get our queries out. But thank you, Sadhviji, so much for your time. And yeah, really appreciate it. And Maten Vandami from all of us.
So my love for all of you, Yash, Rishi, all the young kids. So whenever you want, and how are you, Radha? Radha is good, Malish Bhai? I'm so happy to see Radha.
Yes, no, thank you. Yeah, Radha is
Radha,
really
how are you,
well.
Radha?
She
Radha
sort
is
of
good?
remembers you all the time. Everyone is fine. Thank
I
you.
remember her so well. Oh, Radha is listening very good. So Radha is doing great, Malish Bhai, now?
She's really, yeah, she's well and she's keeping well. Yeah.
Very
thank
nice,
you.
very good, very good. So Priyal, how are you doing? Priyal, good?
Good, thank you so much.
Yeah, doing good also. Yash, you're fine. Rishi, you're fine. All the kids are fine. And all the adults are. Dilip bhai, કોને લઈ આવ્યા સાથે? નાનો દીકરો છે?
Grandson છે.
Grandson છે. Very nice, very nice.
Getting them started off early, hopefully.
Right. So Kevli, you try to organize more sessions. So whenever it is comfortable, we will definitely spare more time for all of you.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you, Sadhviji. Yeah.
I think we should say thank you to Kevli also. She worked very hard. She kept on chasing me. And I think we should have really clap for Kevli also. And she was passionate like her father. And I'm going to ask Rajiv Bhai to give me Kevli for a couple of years. Not much, not for permanently, but for a couple of years. So Kevli is going to become a very big ambassador, Rishi and Yash. And I think she is very passionate like her parents, and I think we should really appreciate Kevli's effort for organizing session, right? Thank you very much, and see you soon whenever you organize another session. Thank you very much.
And also thank you to SEVP for promoting the event and for lots of youth teachers for joining as well.
Yes. So thank you very much, and see you soon.
See you. Thank you, Sadhviji.
Thank you so much.
Angie, thank you.
These are all the people on there. Switch it off now.